What's up everyone, Sigs here, and today we're going to be taking on the final boss of this relatively new Rogue-Lite dungeon crawler. If you'd like to see how I got here, you can check out my previous video in which I narrate a full run through the entirety of this final level. Unfortunately, in that recording we weren't quite able to defeat the boss, and for the sake of my sanity, I decided not to re-record and re-narrate every single run until we do defeat him, so I'm just uploading the boss by himself. If you'd like to, there will also be a link to an unlisted, non-narrated video in the description of this specific run, but we're basically using the same team comp and the same build, at least in theory, that we used in the previous recording. So if you'd like to know more about it, be sure to check that video out. I will quickly show you what everybody has equipped here. Not the best build in the world, but hopefully it's good enough to finally defeat this boss. If I'm going a little quick, feel free to pause, but this is probably not the most important information here. I do also, in my previous video, go over the boss mechanics in a little bit more detail. It's time-stamped, so if you go to the Boss 3 prep section, you can see me talking a little bit more about that. But for this recording, we're just going to go right into the boss fight. So I think this is all the prep that I can manage, and we're going to go ahead and take this guy on. We're going to have 120 seconds here for the add phase. We are going to have these eruptors, which if I just send everybody to attack, they should defeat them before they explode. We just need to be careful of these corpses. They do a lot of damage, and what we want to do is get them to the edge so that when they die, we can not have these puddles be in the middle of the room. Necrotic champions do quite a lot of damage to the tank, so we do want to focus them down pretty quickly. Otherwise, we just want to be pretty conservative here with our mana. Make sure we keep everyone healthy for the transition to the boss phase, but we don't want to burn through too many of our resources here. I'm going to try to reposition for this next corpse. A lucky spawn right here. Again, want to nuke him down and quickly move out of this poison, as it does a lot of damage. About halfway through here, start finishing off these eruptors, but again, I want to stay near the edges so that we can be dropping the poison clouds there. Once again, a necrotic champion. Going to kill it quickly so that it doesn't stack up the healing debuff on our tank. Come over here, we'll drop our next puddle way over here. Here comes the poison guy. So we'll take out this eruptor, get on the corpse, quickly just drag it out to the edge. Out. One more champion. Want to focus this guy down quick. We got some eruptors coming in, so we want to be ready to switch to them. Like so. Want to finish all this stuff off though. There we go. And we're getting ready to phase. We want to stay out of that poison. We'll let the last corpse come down here. Keep everybody healthy. Trying to get a clean transition here. Now, as soon as we phase, the boss is going to start summoning the Skeleton King, so we don't need to be attacking him right away. Use this last little bit of time to finish off the eruptors. And when the Skeleton King spawns, we're going to move everybody out of the slam. And we're going to come down here to this edge, put everybody on the Skeleton King, pop a Prot Scroll, pop a Heroism Scroll, keep our tank healthy without using too much mana, and if the boss does the poison circle, we're just going to get ready to move. So that's the slam. We need to get out of this. Oof. We're taking a lot of damage here, but if we can get the Skeleton King taken out, we'll be in good shape. So spamming a little bit on the tank, volley coming out, so we want to heal through that. And we are now on the Necromancer. And whoops, Steam overlay popped up. And we're going to move. Got to move out of this quick. Got a lot of map to work with, so we just want to get far away. Make sure we're not getting clipped by that. Here comes another one. Whoop, got to run away from this. It's a little bit of a race because we don't want to run out of room. But we also don't want to be too hasty. So we are going to try to sneak a res on our Corsair, but we don't have the mana. Gonna move over here, stay away from these circles. Gonna pop a mana pot. Just make sure everyone stays healthy. We're giving up on the Corsair. Okay, comes another one. We'll go over here. Let everyone get healed by this. And then got the Necromancer. This one's coming a little close. Yep, we're going to get by that one. Get back on the Necromancer. Keep our tank healthy. We can pop the mana pot. Move away from this one again. Try to find a spot to fight. And I'm going to start ripping through some mana here to get the Necromancer down as he's getting low. Just want to keep our tank alive. Got one more here. Kind of running out of safe spots now. This is going to get really chaotic. So let's just try our best to nuke the Necromancer. Use a mana pot. Pop our guaranteed crit. And we did it. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. So there you go. It is possible. My voice sounds shaky. It's like embarrassing to admit this. My heart is pounding. I have been trying to defeat this guy for hours. This was probably like attempt 15. I just kept getting super unlucky with the poison ads in the first phase. The NPC AI just loving to just randomly decide to go attack something on the other side of the room and running through a puddle and falling behind. And then just those purple circles doing a lot of damage and being in bad spots. So thankfully, we're able to string it all together and get it done, and full clear this game. I don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe a cutscene? Let's find out. Nope. Oh, yes. Here we go.
With the Necromancer slain, the lands of Mulangari begin to heal and flourish once again. The heroes who completed this feat are celebrated and rewarded, leaving with as much gold as they can carry to their next destination. News comes from afar, telling tales of similar problems with necromancy. It looks like the assault on the Mulangari is not an isolated event. Whatever the Necromancer's plans were, it's become clear that he was a small part of something greater. But that is a tale for another time.
So there you go, setting up the Healed to Death 2, or perhaps some more levels for this game. Some type of expansion or something would be cool. I'm going to skip the credits, sorry, to the developers. Made a great game, but I'm just going to skip over it so we can look at a couple things in town here. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the game. This video should really just be a short recording of the boss fight, but if you've been watching along, you know, you've seen me clear every single level up through the final boss now. So just to give my thoughts on it, it's a pretty good game. A little bit short. I was able to basically one-shot every single one of these levels, except for this one, I think. And then massive step up in difficulty when it comes to this last boss. Again, taking me, I don't even want to count, but probably like 15 tries. So a little bit of a short game. If they added more content to it, more levels or something, that would be awesome. There's a few more achievements that I didn't quite complete as far as maxing out these upgrades here go. There's a few achievements for that. But otherwise, I'd say we did it. It's a pretty fun game. Might be fun to play around with some other builds for something to do, but if you're looking for a pretty fun game, maybe 20-ish hours of gameplay to actually get through the final boss, then I would say this is well worth it if you like this style of game. So at this point I'm rambling. I can't even think. I've been trying to beat that Necromancer for hours, and my brain's non-functional. So we're just going to end the recording here. I do hope you found this useful, and if you've been watching the other videos of this game as well, I hope you enjoyed them all. But I've been Sigs. For now, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Take care. Peace.